Good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the session. Good evening, Jai Hind. So I hope I am properly audible and visual to all of you. Good evening. Yes, Megha, last day we have not taken any classes. Tomorrow, that is on Thursday, we will have the classes. And in the next week, we will have classes from Tuesday to Saturday. Okay. So next week, we are going to have classes from Tuesday to Saturday. This week, we are going to have the session tomorrow itself, Thursday. And then one on Sunday. Okay. So in this week, in the Adhyan batch, we will have class 1 tomorrow and 1 on Sunday. And then from Monday to Saturday, we will have continuous class in the next week at 8 a.m. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind. Radhe Radhe. So last day I have asked one question from you, that what is the benefit of having a global navigation system for India? There were very few answers for that one particularly. I think one or two answer was there for this one part, that what are the benefits of global navigation system. So you have to think about this, you have to give answer for that. Good evening, Soni. Good evening, Lakshmi. Good evening. Time nahi mila. How didn't you get the time? Okay, so this is like in today's session, the topics which we are going to discuss. The first one is going to be rain forecast. Okay, so recently we have got this one update from IMD. Last week also we have seen something about IMD. In this week also, now there is finally a forecast of the IMD. So why we are going to study this topic? IMD has said that there are 5 factors on which the Indian monsoon forecast has been declared. So we are going to see those 5 factors, and one of the prominent factors among that is about the snow cover on Eurasia. Okay, so we are going to talk about this. The second topic which we are going to talk about is Operation Chakra. We will see that what is this Operation Chakra and related things. Then the third thing which we are going to talk about is India Justice Report. Now this is going to be a comprehensive topic. We are going to see that what has been the performance of India across the various parameters of this Indian Justice Report. So that is the third topic which we are going to see. The fourth one is about the governor's pocket veto. So there is this editorial about it. Although last week we have seen that there is a milestone case, there is a milestone judgment by the Supreme Court. Okay. In the case of this Tamil Nadu government versus governor of Tamil Nadu, we have seen that there is a verdict of Supreme Court which is telling about this power of the governor, that what can be the maximum amount of time for which the assent or withholding a bill can be done by the governor. So that is one thing which we are going to discuss. And then there is one thing which we are going to discuss today, the skin tone and the obsession of Indian people about it. The obsession about the skin tone among the Indian people. So that is one of the article which we are going to discuss at the end. Okay. Now, before we go into that, let us see some questions. So this is the first question. With reference to reservations in India, consider the following statement. The Indian Constitution provides for 15% reservation to scheduled castes in India. Second is saying there is a ceiling of 50% on reservation to SC, STs and OBCs in India. So there are two statements, you have to tell which of them is correct. Which of them is correct? The first one is saying the Indian Constitution provides for 15% reservation to scheduled caste in India. Second is saying there is a ceiling of 50% on reservation to SC, ST and OBC community. The last day we have discussed about the reservation provisions. In that context, we have this one question. D as some of our exception to 50% ceiling. Okay. Ceiling means limit, the upper limit. There is a upper limit. Ceiling here means there is a upper limit. So what is correct in this case? A option, D option and B option. Okay. So I think everyone has eliminated C. So that is good also. C option is not correct. Why? Because A option is not correct. The Indian Constitution provides for reservation option, that yes, Parliament can extend this reservation, but it is not mandating that how much percent can be given to a particular community and not. So it is not giving that the amount of reservation which can be provided. So this first one is incorrect. Second is saying there is a ceiling of 50% on reservation to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC. So this second part here, it is correct. Yes, you may be having this one thing, that why we are having then 10% extra reservation. So Supreme Court has clarified this, that this 10% extra reservation is not for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe or OBC. For these three sections, Supreme Court has specifically said that there is a ceiling limit of 50%. Maharashtra has passed extra reservation under the OBC quota for various people. It has been quashed. Haryana, it has been quashed. Multiple other states have tried to make reservation process or reservation for various people. So now it stands clear here that there is a limit of 50%, but only in case of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC. So government can extend provisions to other communities, but not under this criteria. Okay. Not under this criteria. For the SC, STs and OBC community, it can be maximum up to 50%. Okay. So this is one part which has been told by the judiciary. So answer here is option number B. Now, so again this one question on Iran. Last day we have seen this. How many of the following water bodies are sharing border with Iran? Caspian Sea, Black Sea, Gulf of Aden, Persian Gulf. How many of them are sharing border with Iran? The Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, the Gulf of Aden and Persian Gulf. Tamil Nadu is one exception because they have done it. They have done it before this 1973 part itself. But Supreme Court stands clear on this ground that there can't be more than 50% reservation. So that is one exception. But apart from this, there is no other state which can do it. C option, B option. Okay, so maximum people are going for option number C, that is only 3. So you know that Black Sea is not there, so that is correct. But then there are answer as option C also, so that is also incorrect. If you look at this, there is Persian Gulf, there is Gulf of Oman. Gulf of Aden is down towards the region of this Yemen. Gulf of Aden is towards this part of the Yemen region. It is not near this part of Iran. So here it is Gulf of Oman, here there is Persian Gulf. So in this question you can see this Persian Gulf is correct, but Gulf of Aden is incorrect. Gulf of Aden is incorrect. Here it is Gulf of Oman. Okay. So this third option is also incorrect. First and fourth is correct. So answer will be option number B, only 2. So here the answer is option number B. Now coming to this one question, just look at this question carefully. Consider the following statement. Current account convertibility reduces the value of domestic currency. India allows full convertibility in current account. In India, there is adoption of a fully market-based exchange system. How many statements given above are not correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, none. So this is question number 3. Last day we have discussed about one country, that was Argentina. And in Argentina we have seen that they are coming with one of their convertibility of the peso. So here the question is asking how many statements given above are not correct. The question is asking about this, how many of the statements given above are not correct. It is not asking correct statement, it is asking how many of them are not correct. So what will be the answer? How many of them are not correct? B means 2 of them are not correct. So in this part, what will be the answer? A option. A or B? Many people have given option A. Sorry, many people have given option B. So 2 statements are not correct. See, if we look at this question, in India there is adoption of a fully market based exchange system. You know that this is not correct. Okay. Our system is basically managed system. We are having a managed floating system. We are having this managed floating system. We are not having full convertibility. We are having this managed floating system. So this third option here is incorrect. India allows full convertibility in current account, so that is correct. Now first is saying current account convertibility reduces the value of domestic currency. So it's not like that. Current account convertibility simply means that it can be convertible without any control. It doesn't mean that it will increase the value or decrease the value. The increase or decrease in the value is decided by the demand and supply. It is decided, the value of domestic currency is decided by demand and supply. It is not required that current account convertibility will reduce this value of domestic currency. Okay. So this first option is also incorrect. So answer here is like option number B. 2 of them are not correct, 1 is correct. So answer is option number this B option, only 2. Okay. Now coming to our topic for today, rain forecast. Okay. So just tell me about this. What are the factors? What are the factors on the basis of which we are deciding the rain forecast? How do we decide the rain forecast? What are the factors which are influencing the rain forecast or rain in India? What are the factors? Good evening. El Nino and La Nina, okay. Anything else? El Nino and La Nina are main factors. Himanshu, I will get back to you. Temperature increase. Indian Ocean dipole, that's correct. So IMD has identified 5 factors. IMD has identified 5 factors which are responsible for or which are used for this rain determination in India. Okay. Now what has been said that in this year we are going to have normal, okay, we are going to have this above normal rainfall. We are going to have above normal rainfall, or we can have 5% more rainfall. 5% more than historic average of 87 centimeter. So our historic average rainfall is 87 centimeter. Our historic average rainfall is 87 centimeters, so it can be 5% more than that. So it is something around like we are going to have up to 90 centimeter of rainfall throughout India. Now out of this, especially what has been seen that in the southern states, there can be lesser rainfall, which has been said by IMD. Okay, that in the southern states there can be lesser rainfall. Okay, and in the northern states it can be somewhat more rainfall as compared to the southern states. Okay, so this is one part. Now, what are the factors? Like on what basis IMD has done this prediction? What are the factors here? No, just simply cannot say anything like relative humidity, wind direction, no. Climate geographical feature, no. There are 5 specific factors. There is this El Nino Southern Oscillation. El Nino Southern Oscillation. El Nino Southern Oscillation means El Nino, La Nina, etc. factors plus the oscillation related to that means changing wind pattern related to that. So that is one of the major factor, El Nino Southern Oscillation. The second factor which has been said is Indian Ocean Dipole. Indian Ocean Dipole. It has been regarded as the second factor. The third factor, which is a major important factor now, is Eurasian snow cover. It is Eurasian snow cover. See, we will try to also understand that how questions can be coming from this area. After looking at these factors, we will see how the questions can be asked from here. Then we have atmospheric circulation and ocean temperature. The next part is atmospheric circulation. Atmospheric circulation. And the next one is ocean temperature. Ocean temperature. So this is one part. But now tell me one thing, that how these things are actually impacting it. How do we see the actual impact of these things? Like suppose when we are talking about El Nino. So everyone knows that if El Nino is strong, so monsoon is weak. We know that if El Nino is strong, then monsoon is weak. But if we are talking about Indian Ocean Dipole, so when it is positive, when this Indian Ocean Dipole is positive, what is the impact on Indian monsoon? If there is a positive dipole, so is there more rainfall in India or less rainfall in India? Positive dipole. Positive dipole means the 5 factors has been identified. 5 factors which has been identified by IMD. We have seen first one is El Nino Southern Oscillation. Second thing, Indian Ocean Dipole. Third thing which we have seen is Eurasian snow cover. Fourth thing which we have seen is atmospheric circulation. And fifth thing which we have seen is ocean temperature. So if we look at the Indian Ocean Dipole, if it is positive, it means the rainfall will also be higher. Okay. Now tell me about this part, Eurasian snow cover. Eurasian snow cover. Now, this is one part. Eurasian snow cover means in the portions of Eurasia. Suppose when we are talking about Himalayan regions or this entire Himalayan Tibetan belt and all. So this is part of Eurasia. And even the other regions which are there. So they are also part of Eurasia. So if there is higher snow cover in these regions, suppose that if there is higher snow cover in the Himalayas, so will there be more rainfall or less rainfall? If snow cover is higher, so will there be low rainfall or high rainfall? If snow cover is higher, so rainfall will be higher or lower? So this is one important part. If we talk about the snow cover, so I think you get this idea. See, when there will be high snow cover, it means higher albedo. It means higher albedo. Albedo means reflection. It means reflection. So in this case, the low temperature will not develop. Sorry, high temperature. In this case, there will be low temperature and high pressure. In this case, there will be low temperature and high pressure. So if there is higher snow cover, if there is too much of a snow cover, then the rainfall will be less. And if there is low snow cover, then there is chances of higher rainfall. So if there is low snow cover, there is low albedo, there is more temperature, there is more low pressure. And if there is more low pressure, it means there will be higher rainfall during the monsoon. Okay. So this is also one part. Then we have seen that of course atmospheric circulation is going to impact and ocean temperature. Ocean temperature. If ocean temperature is also high, it means more moisture. It means more moisture. It means more rainfall. So if ocean temperature is high, there is more moisture, more rainfall. So these factors are very important. Indian Ocean dipole, El Nino southern oscillation, then we have this Eurasian snow cover and ocean temperature, plus of course the atmospheric circulation, that how all this circulation of air is going on. So that is also important factor. Okay. So this is one part. These 5 factors are being considered by the IMD for rain forecast in India. And see, there is a remarkable thing here. In the past few years since 2021, what we see that the error since 2021, the error margin has been just 2.71%. Okay. So it has been just 2.7%. You can write it just 2.7% also. This error margin can be written as 2.7% also. That is the error margin. Okay. So it is very low. It is very low means now IMD is giving more accurate forecast. If not for one particular day, then at least for the entire season, they are giving a correct forecast. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind. Now see, there can be a question about this one particularly, Eurasian snow cover. In the newspaper, in Hindu newspaper, there has been more focus on this part because people already know about El Nino Indian Ocean dipole. So there is a special focus on this part, Eurasian snow cover. If it is lower, more rainfall. If it is higher, less rainfall. So this is one part from where you can get the question. Now you are all automatically intelligent, so there is no challenge. You can answer all questions. So let's answer this one. So this is one question for you. Consider the following statement. The duration of monsoon decreases from southern India to northern India. The amount of annual rainfall in the northern plains of India decreases from east to west. So this is the question. The duration of monsoon decreases from south to north India. The amount of annual rainfall in the northern plains of India decreases from east to west. So how many of them are correct? Sorry, this is asking which of the statements are correct. So which of the statements are correct here? C option, B option. So you have to see, Shiv Shankar, both the statements are correct. You can see, in the southern hemisphere, It comes from June. From 1st June itself, we see the advent of monsoon in Kerala, and it is the last place from where the monsoon also withdraws. Okay. So in the southern India, there is prolonged period also, there is higher rainfall also. So here the answer is of course option number C, both 1 and 2. Now, so you all know about this one phenomena which is called as digital arrest. So now the Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, it has come with this one part which is called as Operation Chakra. Duration means time period. Duration means time period means for how many months. Duration means the time period means for how many months it is there. Okay. So this Operation Chakra, it has been launched by CBI. This has been launched by Central Bureau of Investigation. It has been launched by this Central Bureau of Investigation. Okay. And in this case, it is not alone. In this Operation Chakra, it is not alone. It is also participating with the FBI. It is participating with Interpol. It is also participating with the Indian State Police Forces. Okay. So here what we see that it is having collaboration of the FBI plus Interpol plus State Police Force. So they are all coming together in this Operation Chakra. Okay. So this Operation Chakra, what is the aim here? The aim is to basically cater to the cyber crime. They are basically tackling the challenges of cyber crime. Tackling the challenges of cyber crime. Of this cyber crime. It can be of different types. It can be of different types. It can be digital arrest also. It can be financial scams also. Online frauds also. The Operation Chakra is being launched by, it has been launched by this RBI, and through this Operation Chakra, they are trying to control these type of scams or these type of crimes which are going on. Okay. Can you tell me what is digital arrest? I think most of you know that answer. What is digital arrest? So can you tell me? Can you tell me what are these digital arrests? Anyone? A type, and that is very simple thing. A type of cyber fraud. That is very simple thing to say. Of course, it is a type of cyber fraud, means be more specific. In case of digital arrest, what we see that? In case of digital arrest, what we see that? Generally, they are calling people, giving them some sort of threat. Okay, like there are so many advertisements right now going on, like by the government of India, by various companies, by various banks, which are demonstrating this digital arrest. Okay, so in case of digital arrest, what we see that generally people are receiving a video call or a call or a video call, and they pretend to be the police officers. They pretend that they are calling from CBI or they are calling from ED or customs or narcotics, and then they are threatening people that in your parcel, in your any of the things which are coming to your house, there has been seizing of illegal money or drugs or guns or anything. So in any manner they are trying to threaten the people. So this is one thing. Fake proof etc. are also seen there. Okay, that they are showing you the fake IDs also. They are showing you the entire setup of a police station. In Malaysia, in various other countries, there are proper offices set up for digital scamming. There are proper structures which resemble a police station of India, and from there they are calling people to scam them. Okay, so that is also one part. Then you see that up to what much level they have done this perfectly, that suppose nowadays people are having one thing called as true caller. Okay. So when you are even dialing their number in true caller, it will show you that this is a call of any police officer. The name is saved in true caller like that, that even if you are calling on that number, it will show you that it is the number of a police officer or something. Okay. So that is one of the challenge with these digital frauds. Okay. So then they are of course asking for certain money and all. They are asking for certain ransom. Okay. So they also ask the people to be on camera throughout these proceedings. They ask the people to be on camera throughout these proceedings. So this is what is called as digital arrest. Okay. So under the Operation Chakra, CBI is trying to catch all these people. CBI is trying to like just look at all these people. Okay. So this is one part, that what is digital arrest. Now while we are talking about arrest, let us see one question with respect to this. Okay. Let us see this one question with respect to this. There is this one question which came here. Question number, of course, they will show you that it is a fraud call or other things. Now, all the operators, they have been mandated to show it on their app, whether it is spam call or not. Nowadays, when you are receiving any spam call, so whether you are having a SIM card of Airtel or Jio or any network, so on that, you will see this warning that it may be a spam call. Okay. So this warning has been made mandatory for the telecom operators. And now they have to show it to the people that this is a scam call. Okay. Now, just look at this. This is one question with reference to India. Consider the following statement. Judicial custody means an accused is in the custody of concerned magistrate and such accused is locked up in a police station, not in a jail. During judicial custody, the police officer in charge of the case is not allowed to interrogate the suspect without the approval of the court. So this is question number 5. This is one part, that when we are talking about arrest, we can see that what is judicial custody. This is applied now. Shiv Shankar, this has been made mandatory now by the TRAI, the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. The Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has mandated the telecom operators that they have to mandatorily show this, that it is spam call or what. Okay. So A option, B option, C option. What will be correct here? The first one is saying judicial custody means an accused is in the custody of concerned magistrate and such accused is locked up in a police station, not in jail. Second is saying during judicial custody, the police officer in charge of case is not allowed to interrogate the subject without the approval of court. Okay. So remember one thing, when we are talking about judicial custody, it means a person has been sent in jail. Okay. He is not in police station, he has been sent to jail. There is a police custody. Okay. So when there is a police custody, then they keep the person within the police station. Then they keep him within the police station. But then when there is a judicial custody, they send the people to the jail. Okay. On the second front, during judicial custody, the police officer in charge of the case is not allowed to interrogate the subject without the approval of the judiciary. So this second option here is correct. The police officer has to first take the permission from the judiciary that whether they can interrogate the person or not. So you may have seen that when a person is in jail also, police is seeking the police custody. Police is seeking the police custody of a particular accused person so that they can be investigating the case. Okay. So this second option is correct. The answer here is option number B. Okay. Now we are coming to one very comprehensive article, that is with respect to Indian Justice Report. So this Indian Justice Report, it has been provided by Tata Trust. Okay. This has been provided by Tata Trust plus several civil society organization. Several other civil society organizations are also part of it. Okay. So this is the Justice Report, India Justice Report, developed by or published by the Tata Trusts. Okay. This is the fourth report under the Indian Justice Report. And this report is prepared on the basis of four different pillars. There are four pillars of it. One of the pillar is police, the second pillar is judiciary, the third pillar is prison, and fourth pillar is legal aid. Okay. So on those four pillars, there is evaluation of each and every state and the overall the justice scenario in India. So they are trying to estimate this part, that what is the situation of judiciary in India, what is the situation of police in India, and everything. Okay. So there are certain key highlights. There are certain key highlights of this report. So we are going to see that how they have evaluated it, what they have said about the police, judiciary, and all other things. Okay. So first thing is, if we talk about this, let's talk about the judiciary. In case of judiciary, what we see that the judge to population ratio in our country, it is 15 judges per million. 15 per million. And what it should be? In 1987 itself, the Law Commission has said that it should be at least 50 per million. It should be at least 50 judges per million, and what we are having? 15 per million. So that is the difference. This is the expected value, this is the expectation, this is the actual value. Okay. At the same time, in our high courts, there is 33% vacancy. There is 33% vacancy in the high courts and 21% vacancy in the district courts. Okay. So what we see that there is 33% vacancy that is there in high court and 21% in the district judiciary. Okay. So this is what we see as part of our country, that when we are saying that there are 5 crore cases pending in India, this is the region. We have 15 judges, only 15 judges per million. Government's own Law Commission has said that we should have minimum of 50 judges per million. But how much we are having? 15 judges per million. So due to which we see that there is huge pendency of cases in India. So why judge ratio is too much low? You can understand from yourself that government is not expanding it. Government is not increasing the sanction strength of judges in India. Not at the district level, not at the higher court level. Okay. So this is the scenario of judiciary in India. Second thing, what we see that police. Now what we see that in case of police, around 90% of women, okay, 90% of the women in the police force, they are occupying the junior level officers. Okay, they are occupying the junior positions, which is showing this that there is an imbalance in the power, in the decision making. Okay, so there is 90% of the female who are at just the lower section. It means at the upper part, wherever the decision is taken, in the police administration where decision is taken, 90% of the seats, 90% of the seats are just coming from the male. Okay, and if we talk about, let's say there are 1,000 people in India who are in police, who are women, so 900 of them, they are in just the junior positions. Only 100 of them are in senior positions or decision taking levels. Okay, so that is also one challenge. Okay. Second thing is, this report also says about the overcrowding. Okay. Now just to give you one part, in our country there is a national prison ratio 131%. If prisons can have 100 people, they are having 131. That is the national average. We have overcrowded prisons. We have overcrowded prisons. And there is one more important part. 90% of these peoples are under trials. Means they are not convicted yet by the judiciary. They have not been given any imprisonment and still they are there in the jail. they are under the judicial custody. They are under the judicial custody and they make up 90% of the prisoners. Okay. So what we see that prison occupancy, the prison occupancy national level, it is 131%. Okay. And in case of them, 90% are under trials. 90% of them are under trials. At the same time, okay, if we are talking about women, sorry, if we are talking about UP, if we are talking about Uttar Pradesh, 1 in every 3 prisons, they have an occupancy rate of 250%. They have an occupancy rate of 250%. Instead of 100 people, we are having 250 people in that jail. So you can see how much crowded a jail can be. How much crowded a jail can be, that it is having 250% occupancy. So this is one part. Like in case of UP, 33% of jail, this is having 250% occupancy. So this is one part. Okay. Now we have seen that there is also provisions like NALSA and SALSA at the state level, which are therefore providing the legal aid. But there is one part that near around 40% of the advocates, they have deregistered themselves from providing any legal aid. Means they are not that much willing to provide the legal aid to the people. The legal aid is also not being distributed, not being provided equally to the people across the country. Many people across the nation doesn't even know that there is a provision of free legal aid for the poor. Those who cannot afford the fee of advocates, those who cannot afford the fee of advocates, they can be provided free legal aid. It has been established by the judiciary, but people are not able to avail this option. Many of them are unaware about it. Many of them are not able to get it in their district, in their courts. That is also one of the challenge. Now, at the same time, this justice index is also showing a number of things. Okay. This is showing the ranking of India under various sections. There is one rule of law 2024. There is this one index, rule of law 2024. India's rank in that is 79. Earlier it was 77. Now it is 79. So in case of rule of law, our position is deteriorating. Okay. Second part is global peace index. Okay. In case of global peace index, now we have seen that somewhat improvement. From 135, it has come to 116. So there is a improvement. But in human development index, we have gone to 134 from 132. Okay. So in human development index, again it is going down. In rule of law index, it is going down. Okay. At the same time, this is also showing global gender gap report. Here we are having somewhat improvement, still we are 129. In democracy index, we are at 41st position. In sustainable development goal report, we are at 109 position. World press freedom, we are at 159. In SDG gender index, we are at 91. Okay. So just to give you one simple thing, in none of the index which measures democracy, which measures rule of law, which measures development or any other thing, we are not even in top 10 or 20 or 30. There is only one index, democracy index, in which we are at 41st position out of 167 countries. Okay, this is our best ranking. So what we are seeing that in all other index, whether we are talking about press freedom, SDG gender index, democracy index, global gender gap, in any of these cases, what we see that our rank is very poor. In terms of economy, In terms of economy, we have become the third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity. So in case of economy, of course, we have one of the largest economies. Okay. In terms of space sector, we are of course growing. In terms of defense also, we are growing. In terms of population, we are growing at an exponential rate. We are the top most populated country in the world. But in these terms, what we see that we are not having any position, any good position in the world. Okay. So this is one part which we can see as part of India Justice Report. Okay. It has said that, like, if we talk about police, 50% vacancy, okay, among the forensic staff across the country. In the case of forensic staff, which are necessary for any quick investigation of the cases, there is 50% vacancy. Okay. Then what we see that there is no one states which has any reserved quota for women in the police. Okay. There is no one state which is meeting their reserved quotas. Means they have provided reservation, but they are not able to meet that requirement. They are not able to fulfill their commitment towards reservation. Okay. Second thing, we see that 1.25%, that is national average share of training budget in police budget. So police is also not being trained. Only 1.25% is being spent on their training. So we want our police to be a Superman, but we are not providing it any resources. We are not providing it the training. It is very much easy to blame them. It is very much easier to blame them. The people blame them, the politicians blame them, the bureaucrats blame them. But then there is only 1.2% expenditure on the training of police officers. Okay. So that is also one part which has been highlighted by this report. Okay. If we talk about prisons in India, if we are talking about the prisons in India, there are 176 prisons with 200% and above occupancy. 176 prisons in India having more than 200% occupancy. Okay. Then what we see that 20 states, okay, then in 20 states or union territories, over 20% under trials detained for 1 to 3 years. Means those people who are under trials, they are being detained for 1 to 3 years without giving them any judgment. Even if they are, suppose some of them are not guilty. So who is going to pay back for their 3 years spent in jail? So that is one part. This is one thing. There are 25 psychologists for 5.7 lakh prisoners in the country. Okay. So there are 5.7 lakh prisoners, and for them we have 25 psychologists throughout the country. Okay. In case of judiciary, there is only Karnataka as the state which has this, like, meeting the criteria of SC, ST and OBC in their judiciary. In the case of this legal aid, there is 38% drop in number of volunteers. Okay. So there is 38% drop in number of volunteers who are ready to give this legal aid. Okay. So that is the challenge. But it has also highlighted some of the positive aspects, that not everything is bad, something is improving also. Okay. What is improving? 83% of police stations, they have now got the CCTV. Okay. 78% of all police stations have women help desk. So that is an improvement, that 78% of all police stations in India, they have got women help desk. Okay. At the same time, in judiciary, 38% share of women judges in district judiciary. Okay. So that is a positive part, that at least at the district judiciary level, we are now having 38% women in judiciary. So from this report, you are getting so many data, you are getting so many facts and figures. So this is going to be one of the most important report, India Justice Report. You can use this for part of your mains also. You can quote this data. It has been given by one of the most trusted organization, Tata Trusts. Okay. So you can quote this data in mains also. Each and every infographics is from that report itself. Okay. Okay. So I hope that is clear. Pregen, you can see 86% share of Pregens equipped with at least one video conferencing facility, and 8 states are meeting this benchmark of 1:300 of women inputs per women medical officer. Okay. So that is a positive part. Okay. Now, okay, one more question on this judicial custody. Okay. So see this question, with reference to India, consider the following statement. Acha, we have already seen that. Sorry. We have already seen this question, so no need to answer that. We have already seen this part. Okay. Everyone can give the answer. Now, coming to this one article which is talking about governor's pocket veto. Okay. So here we have seen that now this one article is there, editorial is there about governor's pocket veto. So we have seen that recently in this case of state of Tamil Nadu versus governor of Tamil Nadu, the Supreme Court has said that now there is going to be a fixed timeline for this. Now there is going to be a fixed timeline for giving the assent. So tell me, what is the timeline? I think we have discussed that all in the previous sessions. Last week we have discussed about this. So for next year prelims, this is going to be an important topic. You have to memorize that timeline now. Now Supreme Court has made it clear that there is going to be a timeline, 1 month, 3 months and all. 3 months is the maximum time. But in general, if a bill is being given to the state governor, how much time he can take to give assent or to withhold that bill? No, it's only for the governor, not for the president. It is only for the governor of the state. It is not for the president. See, basically the thing is, for president there is no such discretionary power also. It is ranging from 1 month to 3 months. 3 months if they are considering it, for the president or anywhere. Okay. In prelims 2025, there is very little chance that they will ask about this one. Okay. Because this is a very latest judgment. So there is a very little chance that they will ask about this one particularly. Okay. This is the latest judgment. So for prelims 2025, this is not that much important. Okay. So what we see that, see, we are going to see some of the important parts, some of the important reports with respect to this. One of the report is from Commonwealth Human Right Initiative report. Okay. In that, it has been said that 21 out of 29 states, they said that governor assent is often delayed without reason. It has been said by 21 out of 29 states that governor is delaying the decision without any reason. So that is a huge number. Okay. 16 states said that no provision exists for time-bound assent. Okay. So earlier, of course, there was no such provision for time-bound assent, but now it has been made time-bound. Okay. So this is one part that we see that many of the states were not very much happy. Okay. There was an observation of Sarkaria Commission. There was this observation of Sarkaria Commission. It says that non-conformity of a state bill to the policy of union is not always a safe ground for withholding presidential assent from it. It has said that if a state bill is not adhering to the policy of union, it is not always a safe ground for rejecting that bill. Okay. Just because a state bill is against the national policy or union government policy, so it is not always a ground for rejecting that bill. So it means it is giving more this autonomy. It is giving more autonomy to the states. So that is also one of the part which has been taken into consideration by the Supreme Court while giving this judgment. Okay. Supreme Court has also relied on this report of Sarkaria Commission, that it is not always necessary that you have to adhere to what the union government says. State governments have their power from the Constitution of India. So they can make their own policy. If union government doesn't like it, so for just this region, they cannot reject the bill. Okay. So that was the observation of Sarkaria Commission. There are some other reports also, there are other judgments also. Shamsher Singh versus the state of Punjab. In that it was said that governor or president must act on advice of council of minister. Okay. So governors have their no such discretion as they are enjoying. It's not that their discretion is very wide. It has often been misinterpreted by many of the scholars that governors' discretionary power is very immense. And then people started believing that also, that okay, governor can do anything. So governor has not been made for this purpose. Okay. Governor of course has discretionary power, but in certain matters. So now we see that after the Supreme Court judgment, now it has been made much more clear that governor cannot enjoy that much of discretionary power in giving the assent to the bill or not. Okay. So this is one part. Then Pavitra Union of India and Shoba case, it also said that there must be a reasoned decision and judicial discipline. Okay. Means the wings of the government, they have to maintain, they have to give a reasoned decision. It should not be just in an arbitrary manner. It cannot be in an arbitrary manner. So on this ground, we see that Supreme Court has said that, okay, let's have some restriction on the governor. Governor will not be having indefinite time period for passing a bill. It has been fixed from 1 month to 3 months. 1 month, either say yes, no. If it is sent back to you, you have to mandatorily say yes. Now you cannot refer it to the president. Even if you have to keep it for president consideration, maximum 3 months. You can keep it for president consideration for maximum 3 months, not more than that. Okay. So these timelines have now been defined. We have seen them also in the previous sessions in the last week itself. Okay. So not very much important for this prelims, but for next prelims, it is going to be a very, very important topic. Okay. So see this one question. Now, before seeing the question, there is this one topic. Okay. The obsession of the people with the white skin. Okay. In India, you see that generally people are of brown color. Okay. Generally people are of brown color or dark color, and there is a huge agency. There is a huge agency which is providing this so many creams and all for providing that fair skin. Fair skin has always been regarded as a part of like what you can say, as a part of the personality of the person, as a part of like if a person is having fair skin, then they are regarded as good people, they have higher stature in society. So it has been perceived from the society to be a good thing. Okay. It has been perceived by the society that if you are having a fair skin, then that is good. So let me tell you one interesting story. Those people who are living in India, India is a tropical country. In tropical country, there is higher incidence of UV rays. Okay. UV rays are more in number. So UV rays are more in number. And if UV rays are more in number, so now there are two conditions. There are people who are having dark skin, okay, and those who are having fair skin. So those who are having dark skin, they are having a melanin. So this melanin protects from UV. This is protecting the people from UV. Okay. And those who are having fair skin, they have lack of melanin on their skin. And if you are having lack of melanin on the skin, then there is a higher chance of UV rays interfering with cell, and UV rays can cause mutation also in the cell. So those who are having fair skin, they are facing higher danger of UV rays as compared to those people who are having dark skin. Okay. In the European countries, normally people are having fair skin. They have light skin also. Their skin is also quite lighter. Okay. It is not that much thick. It is a thin skin. Why they are having thin skin? So because they are getting very few amount of sunlight. The sunlight which they are receiving, it is quite low in quantity. The amount is quite low. So they have to increase the absorption of vitamin. They have to increase the absorption of vitamin. So that's why they are having a thin skin and lesser amount of melanin. So it helps them in absorption of these vitamins. They are generally having this vitamin deficiency. On the other hand, in the tropical region, people are already having too much of vitamin D coming from the sunlight. So they are having the melanin cover on their skin just to protect them from the UV rays. But nowadays, what we are seeing the reverse trend. Those who are having melanin cover, they are trying to reduce the melanin. There are so many beauty products and all which are claiming to remove that melanin deposition from your skin. So don't let them remove that melanin from your skin, because if that melanin reduces, then there is higher chances of exposure to the UV rays and there is more dangerous impact of that. So while you are having a dark skin, you can live for a longer period of time. If you are having a fair skin or if you are changing it to fair skin, there is more danger. Okay, there is more danger, there is more challenge in that. So in a tropical country like India or Africa, if you are having a darker skin, it means you are evolved. It means you have evolved, you are more protected as compared to those people who are having fair skin. Okay. So always keep that in mind. You don't have to always purchase Fair and Lovely or any other beauty cream. Okay. Now they have changed the name. Okay. Now they have changed the name. They have changed it to like Glow and Lovely and all. So it was seen as a discriminatory thing. So now they have changed the name also. Many of them, they have like there was also for men also there was this Fair and Handsome. I think that name has also changed. Okay. So this is all the things. Those who are having dark skin, it means they are having melanin. Melanin means protection from UV. Those who are having light skin, no protection from UV. So choose your beauty products wisely now. This is from the Hindu. Okay, this is from the Hindu. And there is also this one concept. Like suppose when you are adding any product on your skin, you are adding anything, whether it is any such cream, whether it is any such lipstick or anything. If you are adding it to your skin, then it goes into your body. Whatever chemicals or whatever things you are putting on your body, it also goes in your skin. And when it goes into your skin, it goes into your blood. And the blood carries that chemical to each and every part of the body. So even if you are like doing any such painting of your hand or anything, the chemicals from that are also going in your brain, in your heart, in your lungs, in your kidney, in your liver and all other parts. So best of luck. Earlier there were people who were more intelligent. They were using mustard oil. So there is some mustard oil, you can eat also, you can apply it on the skin also. There is no problem. Okay. But then nowadays people are using different types of cosmetics. So these cosmetics are more harmful as compared to the mustard oil. Okay. So that is all. This one question is there for you. I think everyone can use it. Sorry, everyone can give answer for this. Which one of the following suggested that governor should be an eminent person from outside the state and should be a detached figure without intense political links and should not have taken part in politics in the recent past? Okay. So this is options are first ARC, Rajmannar Committee, Sarkaria Commission and National Commission to review the working of Constitution. So this is the 7th question for you. So this topic was not from my side. This topic was there in detail in explained section in Hindu Today. what to do about pollutants and its rules. Acha, okay, I have not told you about pollutant now. About pollutant, I am writing it like even for mock test. Just 1 second. For mock test, I right now I have just this one information that your mock test is on 20th April and 11th of May. Okay, you can give it online as well as offline. Okay, it is online for most of the parts. For offline, it is there in Mukherjee Nagar, Karol Bagh, Prayagraj, and Dehradun. So at these 4 centers, I will show you the entire information tomorrow. In tomorrow's class, I will show you the entire information. Right now, the things which we can see is it is available in Mukherjee Nagar, Karol Bagh, Prayagraj, and Dehradun in offline mode. In all other cities, it is going to be available on this online mode. Okay. On Khan Global Studies or website or the app of KGS, you can register for this. Okay. On the app you can register. There itself you will have the option to appear for the mock test. Okay. So this open mock test is there on 20th of April and 11th of May. So tomorrow I will give you a complete information about this. Okay. Okay. So yes, of course the answer here is Sarkariya Commission, and there is this one last question for you. Okay. There is this one last question for you. What are the hurdles to equitable justice delivery in India? What reforms would you suggest? Okay. Yes. So what are the hurdles to equitable justice delivery in India? What reforms would you suggest? So that is one question, and you have to mention the answer in the comment box. Think about it, give it 5 minutes at least. Think about it and then answer it. Okay. So tomorrow again we will meet at the same time 5 p.m. and then we will discuss the remaining things. Okay. So thank you everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you.